Why are you holding your bag like your life depends on it? Kindness asked in a light tone. It's nothing important, Chisom replied, tightening her grip. This simple exchange seemed insignificant at that time, but it planted the seed of curiosity and kindness, one that would soon unravel a secret and set off a chain of events that would change life forever. Chisom was known for her brilliancy in class. Teachers praised her endlessly and her classmates admired her intelligence from afar. Yet, she was a mystery. She kept to herself, avoided close friendships, and never joined in group activities. When her peers laughed and joked during break, Chisom sat alone, head buried in her books. To some, she seemed aloof, too proud, perhaps, but the truth was far more complicated. Kindness, a new student with a bright smile and an infectious personality, quickly became popular. Her warmth drew people in to her, but while others dismissed Chizom's distant nature, Kindness was intrigued. She's not cold, Kindness told the classmates one day. She's just guided, and I wonder why. Determined to crack the wall Chisom had built around herself, Kindness made it a mission to befriend her. She began sitting next to her during lunch, offering to share snacks and inviting her to join group discussions. At first, Chisom resisted, keeping the interaction polite but distant. Over time, though, she began to soften. You are really persistent, aren't you? Chisom said one day, a faint smile breaking through her unusual serious expression. That's because I think you are worth it, Kindness replied. It wasn't long before the two became inseparable. Chisom found herself laughing more, opening up about her love for novels, puzzles, and nature work. For the first time in years, she felt the warmth of true friendship. When the school announced its annual fun fair, excitement boosted around the air. Chisom, who typically avoided such events, surprised everyone by deciding to attend. You are coming? Kindness asked, eyes wide. Yes, Chisom replied. You've convinced me that maybe it's time to stop hiding. The fun fair started that morning. Since the event was far, most students skipped breakfast, planning to eat when they arrived. Chisom, however, packed something extra, a medication. For the first time, she seemed carefree. She laughed at the games, danced to the music, and even joined contests. But one thing remained constant, her bag. She clung to it as if it held her life. What is in the bag? Kindness asked casually. Just my things, Chisom replied. The change in her tone made Kindness drop the subject, but the question lingered in her mind. Later that day, Chisom had called to help at the game booth. In her haste, she left her bag behind. Kindness, unable to resist, opened it, and inside it, she found a container of pills. The name on the label caught her attention. She quickly searched it on her phone and froze. Antiretroviral drugs, she whispered. Kindness' word shifted in that moment. She had so many things going on her mind, but there's no one to ask. When Chisom returned, Kindness acted normal, but the warmth between them had cooled. Chisom noticed immediately. Is something wrong? She asked. No, Kindness replied. But down deep, something was terribly wrong. Though Kindness didn't tell anyone directly, but her discomfort was noticeable. On getting to school, others picked on it, and soon rumors began to spread. I heard Chisom is sick, one student whispered. Not just sick, oh, she has HIV, another added. The whisper grew louder. Chisom felt the change like a slap to the face. Notes appeared in her locker. Stay away. When she tried to approach Kindness, her once close friend avoided her. The betrayal cut deep. The humiliation became unbearable. Chisom stopped coming to school. As days turned into weeks, Chisom's absence became a source of speculation. Some feared the worst. What if she hurt herself? One classmate whispered, with their voice trembling. The school management, alarmed by this rumor, decided to intervene. They contacted health workers to address the issue and educate students about HIV. The health workers arrived with a clear mission, that is, to dispel the myth and combat stigma. They began to explain what HIV really is. HIV is not a death sentence, one health worker said. With medication, people with HIV can live long. They can get married, have children, live a healthy life, and pursue their dreams. HIV cannot be spread by touching, sharing food, or sitting next to one another. Antiretroviral drugs suppress the virus to the point where it cannot be transmitted. One health worker shared a personal story. I have been living with HIV for 15 years. I have a family, a career, and a happy life. The only thing that holds us back is ignorance and fear. Our words moved many to tears. For the first time, the student began to see beyond the stigma. That same weekend, Kindness fell ill. At first, she dismissed it as a regular flu. But by Sunday, her symptoms worsened. She had chills, headache, and body ache. Her mother, sensing the severity of her condition, rushed her to the hospital. At the clinic, after a series of tests, the doctor confirmed that it was malaria. Kindness' relief was palpable, but the experience left her shaking. On their way home, her mother noticed how quiet she was, asking what was really wrong. Kindness, you look like something is weighing on your mind. Kindness hesitated before speaking, but she spoke out. I have been thinking about Chioma and the rumor, Mom. Her mother's expression softened. She placed a hand gently on Kindness. My daughter, you don't have to be ashamed of caring for your friend. But Mom, she has HIV, doesn't she? Kindness asked, fear gripping into her voice. Her mother looked at her and took a deep breath before speaking. Yes, she does. But let me explain something very important. Her mother went on to educate her about prevention of mother-to-child transmission, a program that ensures baby born to HIV-positive mother do not contract the virus. She explained that Kindness as a child has been born HIV-free because of this PMTCT, prevention of mother-to-child transmission. You see, Kindness, I have lived with HIV for my life, but because of this scheme, I have been able to protect you and you were born HIV-free. There are many women like me who live with HIV but raise healthy HIV-negative children, and so many children like you who are living elderly with HIV. Kindness couldn't believe her eyes. She said, "Wait, Mommy, so you have HIV and I did not get HIV from you?" Her mommy smiled softly, her eyes full of love. "Sweetheart, you see, I did not pass HIV to you because of PMTCT. And it is certainly not spread by caring for others or by living together. I've been living with you for the past years and you are HIV free." "Mommy, you mean you can't pass it to me just because we live in the same house?" "Yes, my daughter, it doesn't happen like that." Her mother continued. Kindness felt an overwhelming sense of relief, but her guilt for having distanced her friends from Chioma lingered. "I didn't understand before, Mommy. I didn't know how to be there for her." Her mother gave her a comforting hug. "It's okay, my daughter. What matters now is that you can help change the way others see this too." 3 weeks after her disappearance, Chisom returned to school, walking into the building with her heart raced with fear, returning back to the isolated Chisom everybody knew her to be. "Chisom," Kindness called out on sighting her at the school gate. Rushing to her, tears filled her eyes as she embraced her friend. "I am so sorry. I was wrong. Can you ever forgive me?" Chisom hesitated before nodding. "I forgive you." Later, in a quiet moment, Chisom opened up. "Say, Kindness, the real reason I have always kept to myself is because of my status. I was scared that if anyone found out, they would humiliate me, and it did happen." Kindness held her hand. "That won't happen again. We've all learned. You don't have to be alone anymore. While you were away, Health educators come to educate us about HIV, and we all regret our actions. The students, now educated, welcomed Chisom back warmly. Apologies poured in, and the stigma began to fade away. Chisom started participating in group activities and even volunteered to speak at a future AIDS campaign. Her story became a beacon of hope, teaching everyone that understanding and compassion can break down the wall of fear and ignorance. That comes to the end of today's story. I hope you all enjoyed it. This story is here to educate all of us that HIV is not passed on to others by caring for them, by living with them. It is not. And when you are HIV positive, we encourage you to use your medication so that you live a healthy life, you stay longer. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.